Hello, Caitlin and Emily. First things first, as you have noticed, I got bangs. Emily I know has seen them in person. Caitlin I don't think has. So Caitlin, bangs, Caitlin, now that we're all introduced. You know, this was what I rocked in elementary school, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go back to that time. It'll be a good experience. So, I went for it. I like that you two both stole my idea and did the 10 things you should know about me. I pretty much knew all those things about you guys, but it's so interesting to me to see what 10 things you choose to put on your list, like what you think is important for other people to know about you, and the way in which you describe them about yourself. Caitlin, I'm very glad that you pointed out that this little venture, this project that we have embarked upon, is finally reaching the point at which it's useful for what we created it for. Like, we created it as a way to stay in touch in college, and you know, now that we're finally going off to college, it'll finally be used as that. So I'm glad you pointed that out, because I didn't even think of that, and it was, you know, it was good to realize that. So I'm leaving for college tomorrow, and right now it's the only thing I can think about, which I think is understandable, just because it's such a huge change. I've been talking to people about college, because everyone's, you know, asks you, like, where you're going, when you're gonna leave, what you're studying, blah, blah, blah. So I've done a lot of thinking about college, and I just wanted to talk briefly to you guys about your outlook going into college, and how important it is to keep a positive outlook. I used to tell everyone that I was a pessimist, and that was the best, you know, the best way to be, basically. Because if you're a pessimist and you're thinking about the future and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna assume it's gonna suck. Well, if it does suck, you know, at least you were disappointed. And if it doesn't suck, then you're pleasantly surprised. As opposed to being an optimist, where either you think it's gonna be good and it is good and you just get what you expected, or you think it's gonna be good and it sucks. And you're like, well, this sucks, I was disappointed. So that's how I used to be. And then I took psychology. I think the thing that I took away most from psychology, as far as having application to my life, was the power of self-efficacy. This is something that Albert Bandura has studied. For example, he did a study where he looked at married men who were recovering from heart attacks, and if their wives believed that they were going to get better and be healthy, then their recovery time was a lot shorter. And they've done studies on people who have cancer, and they found that, you know, if they believe, if they're optimistic about their diagnosis and they're optimistic about the recovery process, they're more likely to get better, and they're more likely to get better faster. When you look at all of the psychology of self-efficacy and the difference that having a positive attitude can make, I don't know why you wouldn't have a positive attitude, just because you know, there's so much to show that it can make your life better. So going into college, Caitlin, we've talked a little bit about how you think that, you know, going to community college is just going to be like a bigger high school, basically, and how you already know what it's going to be like, so you're not really that excited about it. And I just want to say that you should be excited about it. Even though you might not be stoked about college, I would encourage you to have a positive attitude, and really think about the difference that can make in the experiences that you have. Emily, you've been at college for a while now, and I know that, you know, at this point you might be feeling, you know, sad to have left behind your friends and your boyfriend and your family and, you know, your hometown, and that's totally cool. Like, that's, you know, obviously, like, college is a big change. But at the same time, it's not your old community, but it's a new community, and I want you to be able to build that new community. I don't know, I guess it's just like, I just want us all to be happy and to have a great experience. And I hope that we do. And I'm just very optimistic. That's how I feel right now. I just feel optimistic about the future and about the next 4 years, and I'm very excited to see where it takes us. People keep telling me, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, it's gonna be so long before I see you again, and I'm just like, not really. Like, I'm coming back in December. That's not that long from now, and I'll be here for a month, and then I come back again in May, and I'll be here for, like, almost 3 months. So, it's not like we're leaving forever. It's not really like we're leaving our homes. Like, I still live with my dad. Okay, I can't really think of anything else to talk about, so I guess that means it's time to go. I will see you guys later, but not in person, so I'm looking forward to your videos, because that's the only way I can stay in touch with you guys, other than Facebook and texting and Skype and calling and typing you letters on my typewriter. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now before I babble on incessantly any more than I already have. Bye, and I'll see you guys later.